Good afternoon, YouTubers. T-Square here with T-Square Talk. I hope everybody's having a great day. So today I wanted to do a video kind of based off a bunch of comments that I had recently about junk silver, or constitutional silver for some of you guys that refuse to call it junk, because it is certainly not junk, especially with the recent price increases that we are seeing on constitutional silver, 90% silver, or junk silver, whatever you choose to call it. And if I call it junk silver, it's because I've been collecting for a while now when it literally was junk silver. This was actually a collection that I bought years ago. I picked it up for a really low price because it was junk. It was essentially a broken silver watch, some miscellaneous broken jewelry, some basic constitutional coins that was sitting here. If you've been following my videos for a long period of time, you probably remember when I picked up this collection, because the videos were kind of like popular, and because I was kind of newer to coin collecting at the time when it come to collecting. The only thing I recognized about this collection, and there was a lot more to it, was the silver. The silver, the gold, that's all that mattered. The nickels, the pennies, that type of stuff, it went by the wayside. There was actually a penny collection with this that went all the way back to the Flying Eagles. And I was so new to coin collecting that to me, I was like, well, they're just pennies. They're not worth anything. They're nothing big. And I'm probably just going to trade it off for a pizza or something, a meal to a buddy or something. Same with the nickels. I was lucky enough to have a young subscriber really email me and really try to explain to me that I'm a fool if I do that. And it was kind of comical looking back because, you know, he told me, well, just put it on your channel and auction it off. And sure enough, that is what I did with the penny collection. And it did way better than I expected. Same with the nickels that went all the way back to the Buffalo nickels. The only thing out of the nickels that I kept that are probably still in this box right here was I kept all the war nickels because they're silver. So with that being said, I wanted to talk a little bit about 90% silver today, because right now there's a lot going on. There was an issue a little while back with AppMax where they canceled a bunch of 90% silver orders. And it took an uproar. I've liked 90% only because of the silver value. It's cool when you pick up a coin and you really look at it, and this happens to be a 1917. I don't know if there's anything. I'm still not a really hardcore collector of that, but what I am is I like silver. And I recognize that the value is in the metal itself. Although some of these coins, this one probably not so much because it is pretty wore down, but it's a cool, you can make out the date. But what happened recently with the increase in silver premiums on 90% silver, you had a few really big spokespeople, I guess you could say, like Andy Shackman and a few other people come out and just say, you know, hey, this stuff is going to run out. They're not going to make any more of this. When this is all gone, that's the end of the line. And you know, we can make more silver rounds, but we can't make more of this. The thing is, when in a lot of cases this stuff does get melted down. A lot of people don't realize that these do get melted down. There are going to be are we supposed to melt it down? No. However, there are always going to be refineries out there that may kind of cheat a little bit. You know, if they buy some of this and they melt it down, they make some new rounds, they put their logo on it, and boom. Take a look what's in here real quick, because I kept looking at the paper one. I mean, I know it's silver, I just didn't know what. When they do this, it makes it even less and less of it out there. And here's the thing, the premiums on some of this stuff now, I mean, you're talking, I seen on the $50 last night, I went on AppMax site, because when someone commented about AppMax, have I seen the new prices at 34 to 1? I said, oh my word, $34 to $1 in some cases. Now that's AppMax. In my opinion, they're a little bit higher than most. I'm sure they're a great company though, aside from price. However, when that gets out there, I mean, people are paying such exorbitant prices. think about why you're collecting. If you're collecting because you think the dollar is going to collapse and I want to get as much silver as I can, is a high premium silver really the right way to go? And what I mean by that is, 34 to 1. So I did some math last night as I was sitting there. I should have pulled the numbers actually and wrote them down. But I was just like, man, if you just have, let's say, $500 in constitutional silver, 90%. And you cash that in, maybe you're looking at what, 200 ounces, I think? I can't remember the exact number. Turn that around and buy not junk silver. Turn that around and buy 999 silver. And think about the amount of silver that you're going to increase. If the world really does go to a dollar collapse scenario, it's not going to matter if it's constitutional or if it's 999 silver. In fact, I'm convinced that stuff like this, when the world collapses or the dollar collapses, is going to be all over. Now, I know some people are going to be like, what do you mean all over? It's not going to be all over. There's going to be more people pulling it out of the woodwork. I know that because of how this collection came about, this was an old man that had this collection. He passed away. His daughter got it. His daughter didn't want it. It came out of the woodwork. The same thing can happen with really anything. A lot of old people out there still have a lot of this type of stuff in their house. People don't realize it. Now, it's not going to be young people. Young people like me and you probably don't have tons of this because they understand this is money and they've been buying it now. But what I really want people to understand is, yes, I understand that there is a shortage of this stuff and they're not going to make any more. Man, that is beat up. I really do like this. I'd like to get this working. Just kind of a neat thing. Someone asked me about it one day, but I don't really know much about watches. When stuff starts really falling apart and people need food and they have nothing, they're going to look around their house. They're going to dig deep. They're going to find stuff to trade. Do I believe food is going to totally run out in a collapse scenario? No, there'll be food, but it will only be for the people that can afford it. I hear some people say, people complain about the price and price ain't going to matter. It's going to be unattainable. Everything is attainable at the right number. Even this box, for the right number, I dump it. When I hear things like some of these old walkers at max, $22.50 now for some of the old ones, that's insane to me because $0.50, you don't have $22.50 worth of silver in $0.50. You could almost trade in $3.50 at that rate and pick up 2 ounces. In fact, I know you can, depending on where you're ordering from. It's a lot to consider. What are you stacking for? If you're stacking for the end of the dollar or a collapse or any kind of a really bad fiat currency scenario, then you just want to acquire ounces. If you're a collector, then yeah, I'm sure this stuff is really cool. It's neat to have. It's neat to own. But at the end of the day, I find these prices interesting. I actually went and all my silver $half that I had in another box, they were all in these little holders. And as I'm looking at them, they all said like $5.50, $6, and they're $half like this. The $half, the Walking Liberty $half, the Benjis. Now you look back at them numbers and that's like a joke. The thing is, later on, you're going to look back at 28, 29, and 30, and it's going to be a joke. It really is, because I hear people in the comments saying, hey, I'm cutting back on buying. And yes, I cut back on buying at times too. More because I'm frustrated when the price goes down and I'm like, it doesn't even add up. It doesn't even make sense. And then when the price goes up, I'm mad because, oh man, now I got to spend more if I get any. Don't be scared of what's going on, but it's definitely something to focus on and understand. Look for the deals. I always tell people, buy the deals. If something is high priced, 34 to 1 on regular Washington silver quarters, to me, that's a little high. I used to not like these quarters, but one thing I've learned about these quarters, that you get a whole lot more silver. When you start putting your Mercury dimes, your Barber dimes, and your, I wish I had a tube here, and your other stuff. In fact, that is a tube right there. So what are these? Look at that. Look how thin those dimes get. Oh, these happen to be, yeah, these are Mercuries too. So, I mean, as they get older, the stuff gets wore. And the thing that people just need to really see is you actually get more out of the newer, the 64 silver. You get more silver out of it. It weighs more. It's essentially more silver. So I kind of wanted just to talk about this. Think about the premiums that you're paying on different stuff. I understand they're always going to be able to make a 999 round. The pure 9s, the 3.9s, the 4.9 rounds, the Walking Liberties, whatever. They're always going to be able to make more. But on the flip side, watch the premiums. If you're trying to stack up, don't go crazy and pay high premiums. I mean, I've heard people say this too in comments that the premiums, they're going to keep going up, and eventually it won't matter if you paid a $3 premium, $5 premium, a $10 premium, or even a $20 premium. Well, maybe that's true, and that probably is true. I believe that. But I want to get as much silver as I can get now, and if I pay a high premium for something now, then it's making it to where I can't get as much silver today. Now, if you guys like this video, please make sure you hit that comment, that subscribe button. We are trying to grow the channel. I really love the growth that we're having on the channel. A lot more people are looking into this. A lot more people are finding this favorable. And let me know your thoughts. I really enjoy hearing other people's opinions because that's how I do pick my videos on what I'm going to do next. This video right here was based off all the comments of APMAX jumping to 34 to 1 on junk silver. I don't think 34 to 1 will necessarily last unless silver has a good jump. Just because this stuff is going to run out, people will move to other silver. A lot of you guys remember when this was only 11 to 1. In fact, I was looking at a receipt the other day where I bought a bunch of silver quarters, and it was 11 to 1. It was cheap. Nobody wanted it. Well, what are people going to all of a sudden not wanting something else? When the tide is about ready to turn and the silver market is about ready to skyrocket, it doesn't matter what you have, it's going to get bought up. So this is getting bought up. It's getting bought up because it was the cheapest. Now people are looking at other cheap options. Some people tease me because I like 40% silver. The $half. You know what? Those are going to run out too. And the premiums on that's going to go up. I looked this morning what places are selling those for, and you're talking $4.35 for a 40%er. It's crazy. Is it as much as some of the other stuff? No, because it's still an unpopular silver. But a day could come where that will change too. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed taking a peek into this little time capsule, you could say, because I always get a kick out of looking back at stuff that I've picked up, even though I really should probably do something with it, especially now that it's growing in popularity. I've been wanting to put a set of these things together. Oh no, not those. A set of these right here, the $half. But I just never got around to it. I was lucky enough, one subscriber actually gave me a really nice Danco book. Chris B gave that to me. I think he called it Danco, Dinsco, whatever. Where you put all the $half in. And I've been meaning to want to fill that, but I just hadn't gotten around to it yet. So, and then broken jewelry. You never know with broken jewelry what you get, but there is some cool stuff, so you never know. So thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys again on T-Square Talk. Hit that subscribe button. Oh, hey, before I forget, don't forget to check out that video where we're giving away a free Silver Eagle. I meant to start the video out with that, but I forgot. So, but I'll mention it again. We got until Sunday, so hopefully we're going to give one away. We'll see what happens. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.